Hey, what's up guys? Matt here with Fix Anything Save Money. Today I'm going to show you how to fix a slow draining sink. So if you turn your water on and you notice it's filling up quicker than it's draining, then I'm going to show you the two reasons why that might be happening, and I'm going to show you how to fix it. So if we go underneath, this is my bathroom vanity. So if we go underneath the vanity, we could see the piping for it all. Now the first reason why you might have a slow draining sink is this P-trap right here. This P-trap right here might just be clogged. So you can either take a little sink plunger, and I'll throw a link in the description on where to pick up one of these. They're pretty standard. I'll just throw a link on where you can pick one up from Amazon. But you'll just come up here, and when it's filled with water and not draining, you just literally plunge it like you would your toilet. And sometimes that could clear out any clogs that are going on in the P-trap. But if that doesn't work, I'll show you how to remove the P-trap. And to do that, you're just going to want to lay a towel down because there's water in here. That prevents the sewer gases from coming up and escaping. So that's the whole purpose of a P-trap, is just to trap any smells. So we'll just unscrew these, pull it down, and you just want to be careful because there's these little rubber washers here that lock down into this pipe into place. So you want to make sure you don't lose that one. There's none on this one, but you'll see here it's filled with water. We'll just go over to the other sink because this is a double sink vanity, and we'll dump it in that one. And I recently cleaned this, but this wasn't the issue to begin with. This was already clean. So I'll show you what the issue actually was, which I never would have thought it would have been. But so what we're gonna have to do is take this pipe, we're gonna have to lift this whole assembly straight out. So I'll show you how to do that. So we're just gonna remove this rubber washer and this. And then what we're gonna do is loosen this washer, or this nut right here, this big plastic nut. And then just be careful when you're loosening this because there's another, see we're losing more water. There's more gaskets that sometimes will come off with this, sometimes they won't. Okay, so we have that one, and then we have this rubber gasket here. And you just always want to inspect these whenever you're taking them apart, make sure they're not damaged. So then, and just put them the same way back on, just set them off the same way you're gonna put them back on. And then you can see we even have another one. So just check up onto the sink. So you can see here's another one. And now we should be able to lift this straight out. So we'll come up to the sink, lift this straight out. And this was actually the problem. You can see here's another washer right here that sits down against the actual sink. So the problem I was having was there was a bunch of hair and dirt and just crud that was caked all inside of this. So what I had to do was pretty much take like tweezers and pull out all the hair and all the gunk, and it was, you know, pretty gross and smelly. But then I just kind of like tapped on it, knocked down on it, and got out all the stuff. And it was amazing how much stuff had built up inside of this. I didn't realize that this could get clogged, but it really does. It gets extremely clogged. So all you're gonna wanna do is clean that out real thoroughly, run water through it, and then just install it the same way. Push that down, and then come back underneath. And then we're just gonna put that gasket on. We're gonna put this concaved gasket on. And then we're just going to tighten up this big plastic nut. And you're going to want to hold the actual drain pipe as you're doing that, or it's going to spin on you. So we'll tighten that down. And your configuration might be just a little bit different than mine, depending on, you know, what sink you have, but they're pretty much all similar. So then now we're going to put this back on. We're going to put this back on. And just so you guys know, these little gaskets here, they sit with the concave piece facing down, because that little concave piece is then going to sit into this pipe, and that just gives you your seal. So if you take it off on accident and you don't realize, and you're trying to figure out the right way to put it back on so you don't have leaks, now you know. Okay, then we'll just put the P-trap back in place, tighten it down. And then you always want to just turn the water on full blast and just double check you don't have any leaks. You might need to tighten either these back down a little bit harder or tighten this a little bit harder. Okay, so let's turn the water on. You can see we have no leaks. Our water is flowing good. I wish I made this video before I cleaned it all out and found out what the issue was, but I figured I'd make it now that I actually figured it out, because for the longest time I could not figure out why this thing was draining so slow. I thought maybe there would be like a block over in here. I wasn't sure. I took this apart, realized there was nothing there, and then sure enough, it was just the actual drain was clogged. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. It helps me create more content. It helps the channel grow. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.